this is Dee with DJ Designs, and today I'm going to show you a rhinestone effect. This video will focus on, once the design is created, how to get the design on the cardboard and how to place the stones into the template. Okay, I did decide to do the lettering in glitter, HTV glitter. And also, I did do this using the same method, and this design will be free, and there will be a link in the description. Watch to the end so you can get information on how to do that. Okay, so stay tuned and I'll show you how. Okay, I just finished cutting the template with my Cricut Maker, and what I'm doing is slowly peeling from the adhesive to make sure that all of the dots come off, but there will be some stubborn ones that you're going to have to manually do, but for the most part it did cut pretty good. I did use a preset called the deluxe setting, and I'll put a link in the description so that you can remember which setting that is, but I didn't have to do any further adjustment, but I'm pretty much satisfied with that. It's just a few little dots that I had to manually take off, but for the most part it worked pretty well. Okay, it looks like there was some dots, maybe about 10. I probably need to set my pressure a little bit harder because typically this should be coming out a little cleaner. So I'm going to get the rest of these holes out, and then we'll do the next step, which is in applying it to chipboard or some very thick cardstock will do. Okay, I got the excess dots out. I'm going to change my setting when I do the lettering part of this. Looks like I got a few more. But yeah, with the cardstock, and it looks like I have just enough room for this design. Make sure I got it straight. And I didn't put the lettering on with this template because I want to be able to change the lettering, different letterings like wine time or group therapy or whatever. So I'm gonna probably do that so I have different options with the wine glasses. I really like the way this turned out with the spangled sparkle. Okay. All right, so basically you just want to trim off the excess on this side. And there's two ways you could do it. I'm going to trim the bottom with my cutter because I want a nice straight cut. I want to see how that comes out. Okay, the camera wasn't on when I cut this, but it was able to work with this Fiskars paper cutter, and it gave a nice clean cut. I really like that. So now I'm going to do some lettering. Like I said, I want to do the lettering separately because I want to really be able to change the lettering for each design. Okay, I started pouring on some of the 10 SS stones, and I'm using my brush. I forgot what you call these, but you can find them in the paint section in the Hobby Lobby stores or Lowe's or even Walmart. And I'm just, well, they say a circular motion is the best way to do this, but you know, I've tried it both ways and it works fine. So this is all I'm doing, and there may be a few I might have to add. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if it's 10 or under, that's okay. All right, now I'm going to just brush the excess off, and the reason why I did it on this paper is because it'll be easy for me to put it back into my container when I do the next one. So that's basically all you do. It's very calming and soothing to make these templates. And I'm going to finish doing this, and then like I got some color stones in there mixed up, so I'm gonna have to get those out. And then I'll show you the easy way to put the film on, the iron-on film. Okay, I got my stones all placed, and the ones that didn't go in the hole, I just, use my tweezers, and this looks like it has some kind of silicone on it. I'll put a link in the description, but it does pick up the individual stones very nicely. So I'm taking my transfer paste, and I cut it pretty much the size of the template. And what I'm doing is I'm folding it slightly, if you could see that, and I'm just letting it go down naturally. And then I'm taking my hand and I'm quickly placing it on there. That came out really good. And I'm just pressing it just a little bit, just to make sure the stones are adhered. Did that before. Okay, and I am taking the corner. Ooh, nice. And it is coming out perfectly. I'm a perfectionist. I want all the stones to come out, because I'll stop and I'll press to make sure all the stones are in. And look at that, almost a clean sweep. I see one. It's my OCD kicking in. Look at that. Wow. All right, I got the first part of this design done. I'm going to put this on the back of the paper, and I'm going to do the lettering part. Okay, the same thing. I did my template for one of the lettering. It's going to be interchangeable. Same thing, just take the paintbrush. I don't know what you call it, but it's a paintbrush. And just spread them as much as you can. Then sometime you might have to take one or two manually. Okay. All right, I'm going to get all of this filled in. And it looks like I did pretty good. Just like, I think 5. It's pretty good. Maybe because the design is pretty small. And like I said, these tweezers has some type of silicone grip, and it picks up the individual letters just fine. I really do like that. Okay. All right, I am going to put my film on, and then we'll put it on the shirt. I can't wait to see how this is going to look. Oh, I am going to use HTV glitter for the wine part, just to have a 3D effect with the design. Okay, I decided instead of doing the rhinestone lettering, I was going to do the glitter lettering. I think it would pick up the fill that I did for the wine, my red and white wine, better with the glitter print. And it just does better. I'm still learning the glitter fonts. It's really hard to fill in, but I did put the fill behind just to see how it's going to look. And I am going to switch. I'll have the red, white, red. I'll change that, and then I'm going to do this. I think that'll look so much better. Okay, let's get to the heat press and get this pressed. Okay, I decided to cut around the glitter so that I could do one press, and I wanted to see how it looked. And this is how the group therapy looks underneath. So let's see how this presses. Okay. Okay, let's see how this looks. Ooh, really nice. Really nice. It peels off nicely. Okay, I'm gonna finish peeling this off, and let's see what we got. So I peeled it off, and a couple of the stones did not adhere well, so I had to manually put them on, and occasionally that's going to happen. So it's just, you know, something that happens with rhinestones. They all don't go on perfectly. But look at that. I am so happy the way it came out. And look at that lettering. I'm glad I did this. It picks up the colors in the wine fill. Okay. Also, in this video, I am going to be giving my first design I did to a gift to everybody who watches the video, if you watched it again. But it will be a link in the description on where you can get this design. It is going to be free. And there will be another video on how to create the design. I did focus on putting it together because a lot of the videos I watched, it did not tell you how to, once you get the design done, how you actually put it on a piece of cardboard and get the holes out, and also to cut it. So I wanted to focus on that. So that video will be coming up next for people who don't know how to do this spangle. I really like this spangle. It does add to plain lettering. Look at that. Okay. All right. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It does help my channel. I appreciate everyone who did subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.